How's everybody doing? Welcome back to our trucking adventure. As you can see, first off, we're back in Colorado. Um, I've just picked the truck back up and it looks gorgeous. Just look at it. So, like I said, I've gone a bit Aussie inspired and we're ignoring the fact I couldn't afford to put wheels on it because we are quite broke now, but that's fine. We've got, I think, 2.5, 3,000 newton meters of torque now, so we've got plenty of torque. We've got a bull bar, we've got the raised snorkels, we've got big exhausts. We got cab lights up the wazoo. It looks gorgeous if you ask me. I'm really happy, so I reckon we can do a few fun jobs with this. So we're climbed up into the cab. We'll get her kicked in the guts and start it up. She sounds good and healthy. I've already had her running, so she's already aired up. I've found a nice job for us to start us off. It's an hour and a half away, but it'll be a good little drive. The only thing I didn't think about is, yes, it's still the Mac V8. It's a massively upgraded Mac V8, so that's good. But yeah, they only had a 12-speed that you could put on them, so I guess we're going to need more trucks. Oh, damn. But this thing's going to do awesome for what we want it for the time being. We want to be in this lane here. So yeah, like I say, only the 12-speed, which is perfectly fine. It's going to be more than enough. It's going to pull probably most of the earth if we really wanted it to. Wow, it's bloody rocket ship, this thing, compared to what it was. I've also put different set of gearing in it, so it's not going to be as fast. It's not going to have a great top speed, but it's going to help with the heavy side of things, which is what we're aiming for. So we're definitely not going to be able to go as fast as we were going, which I may not like all that much. Yeah, so that is just about top speed, actually. Yeah, so flat out we can do 67, so I may put the other gearing back in it, I'm not sure yet. We'll see how we go. It's revving alright, but might be revving a little bit high for it, so if we see a workshop we might stop in and just change that back to the way it was. I've got the gears in the sleeper bunk, so it's nothing major. I can swing in there and get them swapped back out. But I'm going to swing over to this job, we'll pick it up, and we will go from there. Right, so we are at the intersection for this job, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly go to the left instead of the right up here, because there's a workshop over there. I'm going to see how long they will take to change the gears over, because that was, I'm not going to lie, that was kind of painful. Right, so it didn't take them long at all. I mean, it took a massive hit to the pocket. It was about $6 grand for them to do it that quick, but we got it done, so it's fine. We will get her spun around here. I mean, I could have done it a lot easier, but I do think that was the right call, really. While we're here, I'm going to duck across the road and go and get some fuel, seeing as the station's right here. It's not going to take much to just pull up here and fuel up, and then we'll go and grab the job. Alrighty, so we are cruising along a nice, cozy little gravel road. The job that we're looking for is just up ahead. It is, I can't see the name of the company from here. GPS is just a little bit small for my old eyes, but we'll pull up and we'll see where the load is for me. Give me 2 seconds, I'll go and find someone. Right, so it is parked up the back for me. Let's take the handbrake off. Cruise around this way, which will be the wrong way to go, but I'm trying to think ahead here. When we get around the corner, we'll be able to see what it is we're pulling. Just a nice easy load to get us started with this rig. Yep, went the wrong way. So I'll have to swing a Yui around past it. There it is. It's Nothing physically huge, but it's nice and heavy, so it's a good way to start out with a new truck with new modifications, is just give it something heavy straight away. Why not? Right, let's get pinned into this big girl. Right, sweet. What I'm going to do, I'm going to run around, I'm going to check some straps, I'm going to make sure everything's all good, and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so everything looks good. Let's not beat around the bush, let's get to it. Right, so we've got first job will be getting it out of this yard, really. Good news is I can already tell that this thing's got more than enough power to pull this thing. Didn't even bother struggling. Didn't even struggle a little bit, and I started in first high, so this thing got bog gears? It does. Didn't even need the bog cog. Right, we almost got that cone there. Let's just straighten her up a little bit. Around that barrel as well. Yep, cool. Okay, we're going to need to go a little bit grass to get her out of here though, because otherwise it's going to hit. I found something. Okay. Let's just back up just a smudgen. Must be something in that windrow right there. That's what I was worried about hitting with the trailer on the other side. Alright. Okay, so we've got it out now. Loving that I've already damaged the new truck. So happy about that. Glad I got a bull bar. But yeah, it's pulling it like it's nothing. 88,500 pounds. It's not like it's a heavy load, but, well, it is a heavy load, but definitely nothing too crazy just yet. So we've got this nice long dirt road with all this equipment on it to get out of here. So it looks like they're putting up wind turbines or something, so not sure what they had a crusher here for. It would have been for doing bases or something for under the wind turbines, I would imagine. But that is a pure and utter guess by me. I honestly have no idea what they need to do to put a wind turbine up. Probably need to do a little bit more than you used to do as a kid with the old totem tennis where you just poke in the ground and jump on it. Probably needs a bit more than that. Probably a bit more than a cricket wicket as well. Just bash it on the top. Alright, so we're going to swing to the right here, which will be onto yet another dirt road. Look like we're clear. Yeah, we're good. Alright, and we'll start feeding some speed into her. Nothing too crazy yet. We're still on a fairly... It's not super rough, but it's not super smooth, a dirt road, so... Gravel should finish just up here when we've got to swing our left, so that'll be good. Yeah, so what do you guys think of my new truck? Well, new truck, newly modified truck. I did spend a lot of money on this. I think we spent 100 and something grand on it all up. So still not a terrible amount. I mean, I didn't have to take a loan or anything out, so this is just all from the profits from the last... Oh, that's heavy. From the last couple of... Oh, God. The last couple of... Oh, God, what's my English? Last few weeks of running, it's all profits has gone into this truck. I'll grab the gear. She's absolutely singing as well. This thing's been tuned up just perfectly by the guys at the workshop in Denver. They've done an amazing job on it. They did have it for a few weeks. They said biggest part was just the paint. There's a few little nasty surprises under the original paint. Pull in for an inspection. Where the fuck's the inspection? I'm in the middle of bumfuck. Oh, right here. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Was not expecting there to be an inspection place right here. Alrighty. So I suppose now we're going to find out just how fat we really are. The cheeks are still a little weak, even if I do say so myself. That's fine though. Alright, let's swing it nice and wide so that we can get it on the scales. How you doing, boys? Alrighty. Come up and we'll stop on the scales and we'll see how fat we are. 130,973 pounds. Thank you very much, guys. She's loving getting worked. Again, the guys at the Denver workshop, amazing job. Oh, this is designed to catch people out, I think. Right, so we got to stop. I'm going to keep rolling forward as much as I can. Put her in the bog. We look like we're good to go, so... Well. Come on, forwards. Really don't want to be going backwards. Pull that on. Alright. Had to improvise a little bit and remember how to hill start this bitch. Just really load the clutch up with the handbrake on. And I tried pulling through it, so we got through it. So I really didn't want to have to try and reverse this back down the hill. The last time I had to reverse something down the hill, it did not go well. Alrighty, so we got another intersection up here, but we're not going uphill, so we should be pretty right. We'll be good from here on out, I dare say. I don't think we'll have to stop on another hill like that again. The gearbox is really tight as well. I'm missing shifts all over the place, and that's not something I normally like to admit. Right, well, everyone seems to be stopping to let me through, so I'm going to go while they're letting me through. Still not 100% sure on how a four-way stop works, even if that was only a three-way. Because I thought that was okay, because it was in a three-way. Anyway. We are rolling, finally. It's good to finally be properly on the move. Even if it is only at 45. And we can speed her up a bit now already. Cool. Yeah, changing the gears was definitely the right call. So they did tell me when they did it that the gears that I had there were fairly chewed up. I didn't notice it, but at the same time, I'm not a mechanic. So that's why it cost so much. They did have to put a new pinion in it. The ring gear was alright, but the pinion was fairly chewed up. And they chucked new bearings in it as well. They said it's a part, you might as well. I'm more than happy to put it back with the old bearings, but they said with how bad the pinion was chewed up, there could be bearing material through the pinion, through the bearings, so bugger it, just put new bearings in it, be done with it. They got it knocked out in a couple of hours, it was good. And as you can see, we can actually do some kind of speed without revving the absolute tits out of this thing. And don't get me wrong, having the lower gears would definitely work better, but it's fine. So now that we're on the road, how has everybody's week been? For me, it's been the usual sort of stuff happened. I'm actually recording this on a different day than I normally would, so it's honestly only been a couple of days since I last recorded, so not much has really happened. Just been, you know, chilling out at home, really. Spend a bit of time with the missus, the young bloke. It's all been good. We go and take the missus to a local game place every Wednesday, so that's what we're going to be doing this arvo, just to, you know, keep his mind occupied. We've got to slow down a little bit, a lot of bit. Come on, keep slowing down. So yeah, other than that, not a lot's happened. Just, you know, Jeep stuff. Alright. So I've been looking at way too many accessories that I don't need, but you know, they're cool. Did not understand vehicle accessories until I bought a Jeep. The amount of stuff you can do to one of those things is insane. I think somebody was telling me you can build an entire Jeep out of aftermarket parts. The only parts you really need to keep are the VIN tags. And that's only if you want to be legal. Yeah, other than that, yeah, it's been a few days since I recorded, so nothing's really happened. I don't know what's going to happen for the rest of the week yet. We've had a couple of rainy nights. It's been odd. Lots of thunder and lightning last night. It was interesting to see. But dogs in everybody else's neighbourhood were going absolutely off their tits. Why is this? I'm going to call it a Magna, even though I can see that it's not a Magna. It's going slow. Alright. So yeah, this is a nice big heavy load for us. We're going east. Just to mix it up a bit. We've been going south a lot, so I thought we'll go east as far as we can and we'll see where we can go. I can't even remember what state we're going into. Don't shoot me. I don't know the American states off by heart yet. Yeah, so what do we got? We got 320 miles to go. It's about a 6-hour trip, so yeah, not too bad. Interesting road that we've got here. It's been a good drive so far. Even with the minor panic of will I get out of the way station. It's a weird spot to have it. But it works, I guess. Probably for those people trying to sneak around the back, get out of the way stations, but yeah, it's fine. Sorry, I went quiet for a bit there because you just have to listen to this thing. It sounds so good when it's on song. Come on, get around the corner. Alright, that was minorly panic-inducing, but we got there. Other fun thing that happened is, I derailed my first train in Derail Valley. That was interesting. Still not entirely sure. Well, I know exactly what happened is I was distracted in a menu, or in a book, and went way too fast into a corner. Oh, listen to her. God, I got so damn confused as to what gear I was in then. It's been happening a lot lately. But yeah, other than that, we're sitting pretty. These jobs are going by nice and quickly. Now we've got this thing which is going to absolutely mince through the jobs. Like, we can start taking on some real heavy jobs. The annoying part is I'm already looking for the next truck. It's going to be a while before I get anything, but, you know, got to keep an eye out. So if you know of any trucks, let me know. Always looking. Don't know when, but Probably be another 4 or 5 episodes with this thing, just absolutely pushing it to our limits, I reckon. I did want to do a little bit more on the Kenny, but this thing came up and I just had to jump on it. It was too good of a price to pass up at the time, so it seems to be slowing down a bit. And honestly, getting this amount of power into it, she's exactly what I wanted. Nice and bright, jumpy Audi. Look at me, look at my. So yeah, looks like we're going to be jumping onto a highway, so we'll be able to absolutely sail through to our destination. I do like these runs where they're on the more back roady. They seem to be a bit more fun to do. We want to be going to the left here. It's a nice intersection, this one. I mean, still a little bit of spaghetti, but I suppose back in Oz, population's 3/5 of bugger all compared to the States, so there's not really any need for these big spaghetti intersections. We are picking up a bit of speed coming through here though, because we're going slightly downhill. It's fine though, it'll set itself down in a second. Right, and we are on the song. Let's see if we get pulled in for another way. Alright, how are we? Pull in for vehicle inspection. Man, that's frustrating. I just got weighed. Alright, how are we going? 113,790 something if you need to know, or do you know you actually need to... Okay. Oh, we've lost a little bit of weight. That'll be in fuel. Alright, thanks guys. Alright, get a run through the gears, and now for the fun part of trying to merge back onto the damn highway. We're good. Whoop. If I find a gear that's good anyway. Alright. So we got a bit of a squiggly little road that we got to go around here. Hopefully there's not 47 sets of traffic lights. Alright. Alright, we are in the town of Lamar. We're going to be chucking a left up ahead, so I'm going to preemptive that and get in the left lane. Because I just know that if I don't do it now, then somebody's going to hog it. Alright, we are good to go through here. This will probably be the, well, it's going to be the deepest that we've been into Lamar. That came out really wrong. But I'm going to try and make sure that I sneak through this set of traffic lights before they change on me. Thank you. I am slightly over width. Oh no, I'm still within the width, so that's fine. Oh god, oh god. So that went poorly. I just wasn't going to be able to stop. I was on the brakes and it just wasn't slowing down quick enough, so... That's badly damaged the truck. Alright, let's get her moving. It was just too heavy to get her moving. I was looking at the GPS. Oh, I've got to pay more attention to every damn thing. Good news is now everybody else gets to suffer and wait for me to have to try and get around this corner because I've got a red light and I'm going to leave that hanging on the road. Suckers. Right, so we should hopefully be going green really shortly. Right there. So not gonna lie, not the biggest fan of Lamar right now. I think the council needs to work on how long their train signals are going for. Like if I had been on the brakes the second they started dinging, I might have been able to pull it up, but yeah, they need to work on that. Oh, it's totally my fault though. Don't get me wrong. I was probably going a little bit fast for how heavy I was and all that fun stuff. It's just frustrating. It's a new truck to me, so doing a good chunk of damage to it today. First proper truck accident in the States. Almost front flipped it. I just hope that I didn't damage the load too badly. Let's just hope the rest of this job goes a lot smoother than it has so far. It's not been a good one. Alright, let's get her moving again. And we're slowing back down again. Why are we slowing back down? Right, bringing her down still. Not saying a stop or a give way, or that looks like it's a stop. Is it a four? I don't know. No, because I don't have the solid line, so I'm just going to blast through it. Oh, that train's taunting me. I can hear it dinging. Right, let's get her back up to speed. Hopefully we can just drive the rest of the way with this load. It's a big load. It's paying 20-something grand, so it's not like it's a low-paying load, but I'm worried to see what they say when I go to repair it. It's already been a long day for us as well. And we picked it up a bit after 9, I want to say. And we're still going. We're only about halfway. If that. I don't even think we're halfway yet. So we're just going to have to absolutely motor on. Hopefully get there today. Because I really don't want to have to leave it for another day. Okay, so we are in top gear now. Whether or not top gear was a good idea actually, because I mean we can go faster, so it's okay. We've got roadworks up ahead. Of course we've got roadworks. Just keep her sketchily over the line there. Let's take it down to the bottom box just to keep the RPMs into it, because we've got a bit of a hill here. Was the right call, so I can flicker down one more if I need to, but we'll be right. It's a heavy old load that we've got here. It is probably the heaviest load we've done. It's also the most dangerous load we've done. Well, dangerous for me anyway. I got clotheslined by a bloody railgate. Those things are a lot stiffer than I imagined. Right, let's get her sped back up and we'll continue on trucking. While we're at it, we might just flick the headlights on because it's looking like it's getting a bit cloudy out there, so I'd rather have them on and, you know, be a bit more visible for everybody else on the road. What I'm hoping is we can just stay on a road in particular, whether it's this road or a different road. There we go, top of the hill. And just make up some time because this has been a long job for me. I really should have pulled over and checked those straps on that bloody crusher, make sure nothing loosened off in that impact. Oh god, we are picking up a lot of speed. Gotta really slow her down. Did not realise we were about 15k over, or 15 mile over the speed limit. Alright. This is looking like the sort of road I want to be on right now. Nice and big. Right, and I want to be in the right-hand lane here because we've got an intersection that we've got to go onto. We're going back onto a road that I've been to, but not really been on properly, so luckily we're ducking down off this one, so I don't need to worry about doing any big hill starts or anything. And we're going to be chucking a left. Right, let's get her pulled up behind this bloke. Right, so we got one rig coming, got a four-wheeler coming. We're going after the four-wheeler. Alright, what do we got? 170 miles to go before I get rid of the cursed load. Once I've dropped this, I will take it in for a service just to get people to have a look at it, get somebody to have a look at it, because that was a big hit. Be surprised if it's not going to cost me a good chunk of change. Alright, we've got a bit of a hill here, so I'm not going to bother going up into the top box yet. Oh, she's bogging down quickly. Come on, girl, you can do it. Yeah, this is fine. I don't see any dramas with doing any heavier jobs than this. I think we're pretty safe with this rig, but, you know, next truck as well. Always got to keep an eye out. When I see it, I'll know for sure, though. Oh, I did not want that gear yet. Let's just keep screaming through fifth low. Got a little bit of a hill coming up, so we'll get up that before we think about going up another one. Speed limit is only 65, so we really didn't need the bigger gears for this run because, well, we haven't done much more than 65, I don't think. Come on. You got this. Yes. Alright, we're good. Let's just try and get this run done with. It sounds rude, but I want this thing off the back of my truck. Oh god, we're picking up a lot of speed really quickly here. Once again, 15 mile an hour over the speed limit. Back down to something a bit more manageable. Most of the other jobs I've been doing lately have all been, well, the speed limits have been 75, so I tend to always float up towards that sort of speed. It's my excuse and I'm sticking to it anyway. Plus this thing sounds so damn good. What I'll do is I'll set the cruise control at 65, that way it'll try and keep itself under wraps. It's right on the cusp of needing another gear, but if I go up into top gear then it really bogs right down, so I'm happy with being in fifth low. Seems happy there, so good spot for it. Yeah, this thing is just absolutely cruising along here. She's loving it. Alright, so we got an intersection coming up. We haven't got a long way to go. I'm going to start slowing her down now. Whoa. Okay. So we're going to be slinging her to the right, just up ahead. Come on. Stopping, 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 stopping. Stopping, 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 stopping. Stopped. I'm definitely not going to just roll this stop sign, because that would be illegal. Alright, jumped probably too many gears there, but it's good. Right, and then we want to be moving over to the right because we got to turn right here to jump onto a motorway. Whoop, it's the wrong way. Right. Oh, she's chugging. Right, so it's not here. We want to be turning the next right. That's a lot sharper than I anticipated it being. Okay, we got around that one fairly sketchily. We are going to be on to new roads for us. So yeah, if I'm totally honest, it's not been the greatest of days for me. I've made a couple of bonehead mistakes that have resulted in quite bad damage in the truck, to be totally honest. It's still running, but it's definitely not going to need a good going over. Suppose we'll find out when we get there how badly I've damaged this thing. A little hotshot's overtaken me. Check out the size of this pit dinky little trailer. It's so cute. Alright, 70 miles to go. We're on the home stretch. Don't get me wrong, it's been good to be off the beaten path, or off the beaten motorway, and on the little back roads, but I think with the big loads I should be sticking to the motorways a bit more than the back roads. Starting to get real tired, but that's fine, we'll push through. It's only an hour to go, so we'll manage. The good news is we can be doing the full 75 now, so get her up another gear and we will just chug along. Absolutely loves it. Just saw those bloody light poles and thought they were more railway crossings. Had a mild panic attack waiting for one of them to come down on me. Oh, I still can't believe I did that. That was dumb on my part. Got to send an apology out to the workshop in Denver because I spent all that time doing this truck up and I've gone and binned it in the first run. Not exactly what I had planned, but that's apparently what happened. Good news is this job's not far from being over, so I'll be able to drop her off and go and have a snooze. Probably all the money that I get from this job will go back into repairs, but we'll have to wait and see what they're going to charge us. Why Why are you slowing down, my dude? Why are you slowing down so much, my dude? Why were you so damn slow, my dude? Did you just know that I was going to have to slow down for it? It's a dick move. Right, so we're jumping off the highway here anyway, and we'll be... God, I'm not liking the looks of that intersection already. Alright, so I'll swing it right here. We're in Hayes. Please don't ask what the hell is going on with this intersection, because it's a roundabout. That's what's going on. Right, are we good to just float onto the roundabout? I think we are. We got a bit of rain. It's been a while since we've had some rain, so... Right, gonna have to take this nice and wide and still have her on the curb on the inside. It's fine, it's fine. Right, now, does anyone remember what button the wiper blades are in this thing? Got yet another roundabout here. Whoa, that was not cool. Alright, found the wipers. It's all good. You can stop panicking. Now, did I remember to turn the lights on? I did. Alright, so we are just up ahead is where we're going to be turning off to go and deliver this load to. Hayes is an interesting place. There's a couple of roundabouts which I wasn't expecting to see where we are, so that's cool. Much better than a four-way stop if you ask me, because my reasoning for that is I understand how to do it. There's a damn fly buzzing around my head right now, which is very distracting. Right, get her screaming up the hill here. We'll be just around the corner. We need to chuck a right. Probably could have taken that shortcut there. It's fine. Whoa. Yep, roads are definitely slippery. That was just about stood out on me then. Stepped out on me. That would have been interesting. Right, and we want to be swinging just to the left here, and we'll see where they want this big ass thing. Right, so we'll have to pull up and wait for them to open the gate for us. Oh, looks like they're ready for me. Come on. The good news is, I don't think there was any major engine damage in that incident, because she still sounds perfect. She hasn't stalled or anything on me. I mean, she stalled at the time, but that's a given. Alright, let's pull up and we'll see where they want this thing. Yep, so I explained there was an incident. They said just pull it up just ahead and I'll have a quick once over and we'll go from there, pretty much. Understandable. I'm probably going to lose a bit of money on this run, but it happens. I wish it didn't, but it's happened. Nothing I can do about it. So we'll just pull her up just up here. Right there. Alright, let's unload it. And I'll go around it with these guys, and yeah, I will see you when we get to the paperwork. Alright, so we went through, and the good news is we had a good look over it and we didn't see any damage on it anywhere. It's only damage to my truck, which is both a good and a bad thing. Good because A, I only damaged my truck and not their load, but bad because I've broken my new truck. In here, what are we going to go? We'll put another one into fragile, I think. Right, and after that, what I'm going to do, I've just asked them where the closest workshop is. They said, get out of the yard and just head back the way that I came from, and there's one just on the left, I think. He's up there a little bit, but there we go. Yeah, they said they're really good in there, so, and they're going to give them a call and let them know that I'm on my way, that I might need some repairs done. I hope I've parked with enough room to get out of here. It'd be silly if I didn't. Right, and I really don't want to hit anybody's cars. I don't know what I was worried about. Plenty of space. We had inches spare. Alright, so I'm going to wander on down there, and I'm probably going to leave the truck with them overnight, and I'll have a snooze, and yeah, I will see you in the morning. Righty, so it is the next morning. The boys had a good look over it while I was asleep. They gave me a call this morning saying she's all good to go. They ran it through my insurance, which I didn't even ask them to do. They said it came to like $300 or $400, so that's perfect. My insurance makes it so I only have to pay 2% of damages, which I honestly didn't know about it when I took out the insurance. It was pretty much so that if I T-boned somebody, I was covered for their ass. So yeah, I've had a bit of a look through, and I've found a nice looking job for us. So what we're going to do is, it's not going to be as heavy as the one that we just did. Hopefully it's going to go better than the one we just did. Luckily this one's only just up the road, so it's not going to be as big of a job. It's not, you know, nothing too huge or anything, so that's good. That's about what I need. Finish off on something nice and easy for the week. Let's get a spun around here, and we will have to... Oh god, it's a four-way stop. Or is it just a stop my way? Alright, I'm going to have to wait until I can go. Which I think is right now. Alright, that was sketchy. Okay, and we've got roundabouts. So I probably wanted to be in the other lane, if I'm totally honest. I feel a bit more comfortable in the other lane, but it's fine. I do like having these roundabouts set up along here. It does make things flow a lot nicer than a four-way stop does. Right, next roundabout. And we are right in the butthole of Hayes. That sounds really rude. That's a really nice town, this, and I'm loving the roundabouts, to be honest. It's one thing that I never really totally understood was the four-way stop, and I still don't. I just wing it until everybody else stops and pretty much lets me through. Oh. Oh. I say that and then I almost have a crash instantly. He just looked like he was gonna continue turning off earlier, but it's fine. That's interesting. Go see you, buddy. Right, and then we will be turning off to the right up here. Right, so we've got the green light. This thing absolutely flies through the gears with this big motor in it. Right, and the yard that we're going to is just up ahead. It's just up here on the right, so well, that's interesting. It's not really a yard, it's more of a construction site. And that'll make sense for the load. Alright. I don't really want to go too far in. What I'm going to do, I'm going to park here and find somebody. Right, so they said just after the truck there, it'll be right on the left. It's a backhoe. Just pull forwards a little bit. There she is, just tucked in the corner there, so I'm going to, oh god, try and do a U-E in here. And by that I mean I'm going to pull up this way and then back up. I missed my cab over, I think. I think the next truck's going to have to be another cab over. I miss being able to pull, you know, everything, but be able to turn around as well. Right, squeeze through here, and now let's back up onto that little flatbed. Okay, we are just about to pin into this flatbed and bang. Alright, gonna do the usual, go and check straps, go and make sure everything's all good, and I'll be back in a minute. Right, all looks good, so we will hit the road. It's about a 200-mile journey that we got ahead of us today, so... Oh, I should have stopped in and got a pizza. That's fine. And I was having a look at the recommended route map, and it looks like it's a fairly simple one, so... we should be pretty right for nothing too bad happening. Almost looks like the guy that cut me off yesterday. Right, so we'll jump on the road and we'll get moving. Yeah, definitely a lot lighter this load. Can definitely feel that nice and easy. Alright, so we got our first traffic light, so we'll sit here and wait a while. Right, so we've got a green light here. It's probably been green for a bit longer than I'd like to admit without me noticing. Ooh. Might have to get them to check the gearbox over again when I get back to town because it still doesn't feel super 100%. I'm missing a lot of gears since the incident, we'll say. Right, so round the weird booby intersection. Whoa. It's way too fast for this thing to be going through here. Slow it down a bit, Brent. It's not a racetrack. Alright. And we'll be jumping on the highway right here, and I think that's pretty much just about where we want to be for the rest of this trip. So it's going to be a nice, easy one. Cool. We will just line straight up with the off-ramp, or on-ramp, and we'll get cruising. We'll merge onto the highway, and yeah, we're pretty much good for the rest of this run, I think. We should hopefully be able to just sail on through to where we want to go. It is definitely a much lighter load this time. You can really feel the truck picking up speed really quickly. It does have a tendency to wander a bit more than the Kenworth did. I still love it, it's got some quirks. That's how I like my vehicles, to be a little bit quirky. My other daily driver's a special edition Commodore, so, you know, 6 litre V8, it's cammed, it's got 450 wheel horsepower, but it's got the Pontiac nose cone on it. My main reasoning for that is people hate it, so I do it because of that. Apparently my next car in line is now a JK Wrangler. People hate Jeeps, I'll grab a Jeep. Before that I had an old 75 series Land Cruiser that was interesting, we'll say. I'd done a lot of Ks, so the reliability wasn't quite there that you'd expect for a Toyota, but million Ks, you'd kind of expect that. Just not really what I wanted at this point in time. It was a great car, but just not quite what I wanted. And before that was a bright yellow short wheelbase MQ Patrol. That had the L28 petrol motor in it. That thing would rev out to 6.5, 7,000 RPM. It'd sit there all day. But oh my god, was it painful to drive. A leaf sprung front, leaf sprung rear, short wheelbase. It was an experience. Oh yeah, I'm just waffling at this point. We are just cruising along a motorway, so this is going to be a nice, easy delivery for us, really. Let's jump back into the right lane. That was about the slowest overtake of all time, and he got off the highway anyway. Okay. So we're just going to cruise along here for a little bit. I mean, we're already knocked out a good chunk of the time, so a good chunk of miles. So it's just going to be a case of cruising along nicely. I don't foresee anything happening bar, you know, a railway crossing jumping out of nowhere. Which I don't really see it happening on a major highway. It might run next to it, but I'll probably bridge over it or bridge under it or something. Yeah, I'd like to know, what would you like to see for a next truck? Obviously, I've been making the decisions from here, but if you see a mod or something that you like, or if you've got a model of truck that you really like, let me know. I've got a few in here, nothing too massive, or nothing too ridiculous. The only thing is I don't want, you know, the 10 million horsepower bloody hook up 700 trailers. I'd rather try and keep them fairly realistic if possible. I'm not really a fan of the, you know, million horsepower and just drive whatever you want. Doesn't interest me. Prefer a little bit of a challenge with a better weight. I think I've got the cab over Mac. Why are we slowing down? We're slowing down. No, I don't need to turn. Why are we stopping? Why are we stopping? There's going to be a crash, isn't there? There's going to have been a crash. There's been a crash. Okay. Aha, it wasn't me this time. Alright, so now we've got to try and figure out another way to go. Oh god. It's trying to get me to go the same way. I'm going to have to just go straight here, I think, and try and figure out another way to go. Right, let's just jump back up on here. And I'm just going to have to pull over here in a second. Whoop. And see if I can find another route. Right, give me just a moment and I'll see what I can make happen. Don't want to run over the delineator. So I'm having a look through the map right now, and I mean, obviously the way that it wants to go is for me to go up ahead and do a UE and come back down. That's going to be about a 3-hour trip to go up there, turn around, and hopefully have them cleaned up by then, but I don't know how long they're going to need. One option I've got is to do the UE and come down this way, but that is going to end up being about a 4-hour round trip. Well, not round trip, but 4-hour trip when we go up there, come back down here and do that. The other option that I've got is I can come up this way through Marysville. It's about the same time, but honestly, I don't have to turn it around. It's a fairly easy run, so I think that's probably going to be the best option for us. So I think that's the way that we're going to go, guys. It's going to be a bit longer of a trip than we anticipated. Alright, so now for the fun bit is I need to try and merge back onto the highway just after all this crap. And somebody is going to let me in. That is awesome. You're a gem. So this trip just turned into a really long one and not a good paying one for the amount that we've got to drive. But it is fine. Accidents happen. They just seem to be happening quite a bit lately. So what we're going to do, we're going to cruise up to speed, and honestly I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to talk through. Probably just when we got to turn off and stuff I'll come back in, or if anything's happening, but yeah, I might just hit the fast forward and we'll go from there. Alright, so that was a fairly uneventful drive, if I'm honest. It was just, I mean, cruising up through Marysville. It was nice and quiet, to be honest, so it was nice to just jump in and drive for a bit. We are in Topeka, which I think is the destination that we're going to, but we've just got to get to the actual drop-off point now, so we're just cruising through. We're only 20 miles away, so it's only going to take us a few minutes to get there. It's not bad at all, really. Nice and cruisy. Obviously, I hope whoever was in the accident back on the highway that caused this hell of a detour is okay, first and foremost. I mean, it sucks on my end because of the massive detour I had to take, but it's fine. For a couple of hours out of my day, that's fine. I want to be in the left lane here because this is another weird intersection. And there's a set of traffic lights here. Okay. What in the crap is going on here? Stopping! Lovely. Nailed it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be that guy, and I'm going to sneak around. Because I can still go right on red. That was cheeky as hell, I know it, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Right, we're turning right here, or left here. Okay, round this bend, and then we are going up into the guts of Topeka to deliver this backhoe. Much more uneventful than the last delivery that we had, so that's always good. Yeah, so we'll be pulling up just up here. Really slow speed limit through town here, but that's fine. Chucking a right here. The recruitment agency, I'll be able to give them a bell when I do get another truck eventually. Somebody will be able to drive this thing. Right, and we will just cruise up into here. I don't know if it's coming here for a service or if it lives here and it's a rental or something, I don't know. Right, I will pull up right here and I will go and find somebody. I'll find out where they want this thing parked. Right, they said just up in front of the loading ramp will be great. They did think they wanted it in the shed, but then they went, oh, hang on, no, we've got something else coming that needs to go in the shed first, so. They just said in front of this loading ramp they can chuck their tug onto it and move it when they need to unload it, so. Let's just pull in this way. Get out in the bay, hopefully. Hopefully I turned that at the right time. It looks like it's all lining up pretty well, so. Yep. Alright, let's get this one disconnected and I will see you at the paperwork. Alright, not too bad of a job. Obviously not the best paying job for how far we went, but that's fine. We got there in the end. And that is going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you all for watching. As usual, hints, tips and tricks are always greatly appreciated. Until next time, be good or be good at it, and I will see you in the next one. See ya!